As you can remember, we have covered the topics. Okay, it's just a bit problematic. I think we can handle this. Okay, let's get started. As you can remember, we have covered the topics countable and uncountable nouns and relative pronouns. If you want to just make it more specific and beneficial, you can just open the page 42. Relative pronouns. If I want to just give extra information on just a basic information about a person or a thing or a place or a time, I have to use these pronouns. First, if I want to talk about a person, like J.R.R. Tolkien is the person, who or that. Of course, I can use who or that, but I can't use which here because which for the objects. Or that's the book which or that he translated, or the actor whose film. If I want to just talk about for just people who or that, or things which and that, or possessions. Possessions means having something. It can be a person or it can be an object, but you have to just put stress on possessions, to have got or to have something. Or places where, or times when. But here is also another rule. You can omit. Omit means just take it out or just delete it. We can omit who or which or that when a noun or pronoun comes immediately after. It means that if your sentence has an object, has a subject, like here, okay, I think there's a problem. That's the film that I saw. You can just delete that here because I have a subject here. A pronoun comes immediately after the immediately after the pronoun. That I saw, the film I saw, but there is a problem. That's the film that was popular. That here like a subject, so you can't. Please be careful. You can't omit it. Okay. And it's just like a reminder. Just skip to the workbook. Okay. I think there is a problem. Okay, that page. Please open your workbooks, page 26. I think we have covered that parts with you, but if we haven't, just see the answers, please. Maybe you can check your answers. We use that and blah blah for people. Of course, I think you know the answer. It's who. We use things, you know the answer, which or that. And possessions about people and things. Again, whose or when or where. Okay, maybe you can just check your answers. And for that exercise, circle the correct alternatives. Sometimes both are correct because as you can remember, we can omit it. We can omit who, which, or that. Therefore, you can see a 0 here. But I think you know it very well because you're smart students. Okay, I used 3 languages that I learned at school. I think you can use that or 0 here. People, who or which, the answer is very obvious. You can just see it, realize it very easily. People, you can't say which, who. Okay, she is the girl, cousin is at our school. Okay, possessions, cousin. It's a person, but the possession part is more important here. Therefore, we use whose. Okay, I go to the meetings. that there are people from many countries. Meetings, it's a place, but here's also there are, so maybe you can just use here where, because it's a place. That's the room where I work. Sure, the room's a place. Languages, which or that, I think both of them are possible, but probably answer is that. But both of them are possible because which and that for the objects, languages. I remember the time, because of time. He is the writer. Books are very popular at the moment. I'm talking about the writer and he has got some books. So whose books? Okay. Okay, I love Paris. That's where I first did some acting, of course. Where? Okay, did we? Okay, I think we have skipped some answers, but where and whose? This is the bus. Goes to the city center. Of course, you can't omit it because there isn't any subjects. Okay, whom goes to the city center? It's not obvious, so the answer is which. Okay, check your answers, please. For the exercise 3, okay, Russia is a country. Russia is a country. As you can see, it says it is. It is. So I can't say which it's no, it's not acceptable. So your answer is where. Okay, the weekend is a time. Of course, your answer is when. English is a language. Which or that. I think both of them are possible because you're talking about objects. Or, of course, you can just delete it because people is your subject. You can omit it, but of course, you can just write here which or that because it's possible. Tennis is a sport, has many fans. As you can see, there isn't any subject, so you can just say which or that. New York is a city, of course, you know the answer where. Chris Hemsworth, he's the guy. The actor, who or that. August is a month, again when. That's the man. Wife is famous. You can ask just whose wife is she? The man whose wife is famous. Okay, I think we have finished. You can just check your answers. Just let's skip to the next part. I think you can just do it very easily. Join the two sentences using who, which, when, or where. Green is a restaurant, okay, where you can get vegetarian food. There, no, it's not acceptable because you're just using where, so there is just going, okay. Mr. John's a teacher, of course, teacher who. April is a busy month. Be careful about in April because month April, so you can't just repeat it. As you can see, there isn't any April. Great Expectations, a good book which I enjoyed reading. Know it. Be careful. Chinese is a complicated language. It's difficult to learn. Just learn. Okay. Actually, maybe we have just covered that page with you, just as a reminder. Okay. This season, who is the warmest of the year? Okay, just check your answers for that one. That one, not who. Of course, it's an object, season. Who or that, someone. Period of your life. Period of your life is a time. Asian is a country where is in. Where is. No, which is or that is. An important test of your knowledge, especially one, not what, not who, or just important test, It is. It is an object. So one which you take. Okay. The woman your father marries in a second marriage. Maybe you may have some difficulties in that question. The woman your father marries in a second marriage. There is a woman and she gets just married to your father. The woman, the woman who's okay. The woman who your father marries in a second. Okay. Again, you can just check your answers. Okay. Now actually I'll start. Sorry. Now actually I'm just going to stop for our further classes. If you have some questions, you can just text to me or just call me. But I'm sure you can just handle it very well. Please just stay at your homes and be safe and healthy. I love you, dear.